Hey everyone, it's me, Daphne, Mama Metzger, back with another update. It has been like 2 months, maybe going on 3. I'm not quite sure. I didn't plan on taking this long to record. It just kind of happened. I have some crazy stories. Definitely some life updates. Little light on the stitching due to the crazy stories I'm about to tell. I do have a little bit of haul, some knitting, a little bit of books, and the videos on the swaps I sent will be tacked on at the end of this. So let's get started. We are in this location again. It'll become very apparent why I'm in here with the stories I'm about to tell. So first one, why haven't I video recorded in like 2 months? Okay, so here's the crazy story. You don't video record when you don't have anything stitched, right? Well, new cat. Okay. So this was my cat before my husband and I got married. So it would make this cat like 15. And when my mom had to move in with my grandpa, she came to live with us. So 2 cats now. It's 2. So there's that cat. Anyways, so why wasn't I stitching? It wasn't because my stitchy bug ran up and left. So all parents fear the dreaded Lego in the floor that you don't see, right? You step on it, it hurts like a mother, right? Yes. I have found the worst thing ever. Worse than a Lego. It is a thing called a Beyblade. And for those of you who don't know, somebody was very smart and took the idea of, the old-fashioned tops and turned it into a money-making business. So it's basically a top that has a launcher, but it bursts into 3 different parts. So they battle, they go, and when they hit each other, the one that breaks into 3 pieces is the loser. It's got a whole TV series, everything. My son is super into Beyblades. So they're all metal pieces. All 3 pieces are metal. One of the pieces is just a metal disc. It's circular, kind of donut shaped, and it's flat. It was in the floor. I wanted to take a shower, went down the hallway. It was dark. The kids were asleep. Went down the hallway to get a towel because I didn't have any in my bathroom, and stepped on it. And instead of the, oh, ouch, it hurts, I went skiing, y'all, down the, sun, right? That's exciting. Down the hallway, skiing, whoosh, caught myself on the door frame of the other bathroom like this, actually like this, accurate sake here, and completely fell, pardon my French, ass over tea kettle, right? Completely. Anyways, so that happened. So I hobbled myself back to my bed and went, nope, not taking a shower, not doing this. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm like, man, my hand really, really, really hurts. Got to the point where, like, if you even breathed on me funny, I would cry. Turned out it was like dislocated. That's fun, right? Yeah, no. So I had to get that popped back into place. By about 2 days later, I guess, the deep tissue ended up being bruised. So from about this point here, this is the joint that was dislocated. This point here, all the way down to through in here, was purple. So this action to grab a needle and pull it up and push it down wasn't going to happen. No. I ended up in a thumb brace for about 3 weeks before I could finally take it off and do a little bit. I did kind of sort of, after about a week in the brace, figure out how to do a little bit of stitching without causing pain. I was very slow going, but I could do a little bit of stitching, but I ended up being able to knit. Knitting is not as thumb heavy, at least the way I do knitting is not as thumb heavy as cross stitching. So I took up more knitting than I did anything else. So ended up making a lot of washcloths in that time period. So washcloths. Anyways, so that happened. And that was like 3 weeks of recovery before I could even start attempting to try and cross stitch. And then even after that, when I would cross stitch, it would get sore and it would hurt. And so it's only been the last maybe week or 2 that I've actually been able to cross stitch without pain. So when you don't have anything to show, I just kind of felt like video wasn't worthwhile. Anyways, so And then shortly after that, on December 4th, my mother moved in with us to have ankle surgery. She had ankle surgery on the 5th. They took 3 inches of bone out of her, the top, like, so your ankle joint is here, and the bone above here is, right here is the bone. And they took 3 inches of bone out, and they put cadaver bone in along with stem cells, which I thought was freaking amazing. Science, right, people? Science is amazing. Technology is freaking amazing. So stem cells and cadaver bone, which now we jokingly tell her she's the Walking Dead, literally, right? Walking Dead, right? And then they fuse the ankle, so she'll no longer be able to bend her ankle. So it is fused. So she is living with us currently, which is why I'm in this location, because the kids are using the TV in the den. And it's just been really hard to find a time that I could do this video. She did come out of surgery extremely well. She is doing very, very well. She's getting into a little bit of pain now. We are about a week and a half out, and it's just getting sore. So we're very blessed in that aspect of things. She's done very well. She has another 4 weeks before she will be able to do any kind of weight on that foot. So she will be with us until probably the end of January. So that is why I am here today. Anyways, so a lot of things have happened. Besides that, let's see. I got my Biscornu swap in. Now, I didn't take a picture. Me and my partner both were kind of like busy at the point in time that we got our Biscornu swaps in. And we both said, you know what, look, we both know we got them. That's all that matters. Let's not worry about this right now. No, don't worry about posting pictures. We love each other's gifts. So there is a lot of other stuff she sent that I did not grab because I just honestly don't remember. I know she sent goodie snacks, like these really cool Kit Kat things. Those are gone. They got ate. They're done. But this is the Biscornu she sent, which I find really funny because when you see my clip, mine is also leaf themed. So we were thinking on the same page, but it's absolutely beautiful. She sent me this, and then I was so very honored to, it's got a project in it. Hang on. She made her first project bag and blessed me with it. And so I was very grateful to have it. It is Harry Potter, which, oh, love it. And I love this size. I don't have it right now because I think I've got the hoop somewhere else. I actually have a hoop that's like about this big that turned out to be really good for my hand when I couldn't cross stitch because it wasn't so heavy and it was little and it didn't put so much strain on my hand. And so it fits right in here. So this is what she sent with the Biscornu. She sent me some floss. She sent some little beads and a pattern, and I didn't grab them. But this is amazing, and I absolutely love it. And I love the size. I love this thing. Also, the Harry Potter swap came in, and I got mine from, I believe it was KY Stitcher. If it's not, I will correct it here, but I believe it was KY Stitcher. I do apologize if I've gotten that wrong. This is what she made me. That window, the room of requirements. I love this. I absolutely love this. I have it, when we get back into the craft room, I have it hanging behind me because it kind of works for my craft room. It is kind of the room of requirements because it's in the den and the family room and it's the craft room. And now my husband has taken up leather making, so now it's like he's decided it's his leather making room too, which is all good. It's the room of requirements. So this is super cool. She sent me this pattern. Don't worry, you're just as sane as I am. And she sent me this really cool bookmark, but it's got a piece of the film up in here. It's got a certificate of authenticity and everything on it. I was kind of tickled about that. And then she sent me this really cool, I love journaling, I love writing. I tend to not be able to sleep because my brain is so full and I need to write. So I go through a lot of writing materials. And I just love this. She sent this to me. This Harry Potter journal. And then she sent me Birdie Bots, Every Flavored Beans. She did send me my favorite watermelon candies, but again, those are gone. So gone. And then she totally sent me Ron Weasley, which, it's Ron Weasley, right? Awesome sauce. I love Ron. So those go up on my shelf in my craft room. I love them. Okay, so that's what I got for my things. So let's move on to what did I get to work on. So while I was stitching, I told you I used that little tiny hoop, which I need to figure out where I've stuck it. And I did finish Raymond's pineapple. I think I started and finished. I think this is a start and finish. I have to completely FFO it for him. And then he would like to polymer clay himself some sunglasses to go on here. He didn't want the ornaments. On the original pattern, it's got little light bulb, Just Another Button Company buttons on there and sunglasses, but he just wants the sunglasses. So I will get this into a pillow finish for the Christmas tree, and we will get some polymer clay and make sunglasses. And he wants hot pink ones, so that'll be pretty cool. So there's that. And this is what I worked on most of the time with my hand, because I could put a few stitches in and leave it, and it was only 2 colors. He didn't want, okay, y'all, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video. I may have started it. I don't remember. There were 3 or 4 different greens and 3 or 4 different yellows. And do you see all the spaces and the dots here and there? Please excuse my nails. They need to be redone. No. I'm not doing that. There was like, here's a yellow of that color, and then way over here's one, and then over here's one, and then over here's one. It's like, no, that's a whole lot of no. So I said, Jax, why don't you pick out a yellow and a green? And he's like, that's cool. So he rooted around my box and he picked out this yellow and this green. So that's what we did, and he loves it. He's so excited about it. Hopefully I can get it done. You know, we're like, what, T-minus like 11, 10 days before Christmas? I should probably at least get that sewn on, huh? Boy, that glare is terrible. Don't lean forward. Okay, and then I don't know if I've mentioned, but I do have a new nephew. I think I have. And I am making his first ornament for Christmas. And I did make a mistake, and his neck's supposed to be longer. So right now he kind of looks like a dog. But once he has his antlers in, he will look more like a reindeer. And so he will be a reindeer. And then, so the pattern looks like a diamond shape, but then they fold it all funny and stuff. And I didn't notice it. I just kind of looked at the pattern and went, hey, that's the perfect opening that I can put his name and stuff in it. So I'm not going to do the funny folds and stuff. I'm just going to, I mean, don't get me wrong. The folds were beautiful, and the way it turned out was beautiful. But I hadn't seen the finish when I looked at the pattern. I was just looking through the magazine and went, hey, I could put Edmund's name right there. And so his name will go across here, and then there's some specialty stitches and back stitches, and then that'll be done and ready to go under the tree for him for Christmas. I've never done specialty stitches ever. So this will be the first time I've done specialty stitches, and I don't know if I'm excited or not about it. I'm a little, let's be honest, nervous about it. But I'll figure it out. YouTube's an amazing place to learn things. So there's that. And then my Beware the Smiling Dungeon Master. So I did finish putting in the dragon, and I have started working on the swirl over here. So all I have left is to finish this swirl out and then do this swirl here, and then this will be done. So this and the other ornaments have to be done by Christmas. They are both Christmas presents, or all 3, I guess I should say, are Christmas related and need to be done by Christmas. So I need to put the pedal to the metal and get that done. I am super excited about how this is turning out, and yeah, I'm just real happy with it. So anywho, there's that. Okay, so that's really all the stitching I've been able to do because of the injury. But like I said, I was able to do some knitting, and then I had my husband signed up for ski patrol. So now he's the paramedic that picks you up when you break your leg because you rolled down the hill. Pretty fun, right? So he wants our kids to learn how to snowboard, which I think is amazing. And he works with a gal who is like pretty amazing with a snowboard, and she had wanted a hooded cowl. And she wanted it knitted, and we had been talking about it back and forth, and it was in that kind of like between the 3 of us, my husband, me, and this other lady, were like, hey, I'll make you the cowl if you give my son a couple lessons to snowboard. And she said, sure, that'd be great. And I said, that would be amazing. So I'm currently working on this hooded cowl. So this is the scarf part of it here. And this is the hood part that I'm currently working on here. So it kind of looks a little funny right now, but that'll be the hood, and then the hood will fall back this way. So this is a Burnett blanket yarn. So it's super thick, super squishy, super warm. So it should keep her very warm on the slopes. And I should have it done in the next couple days with it being so chunky. And look, let's see, the needle sizes are super big. It doesn't take me very long. It hasn't taken me very long to get all of this done. So I should have that done for her soon. Okay, so what have I gotten for haul? Not a whole lot. Surprisingly, Christmas is coming, so not a whole lot of haul. But I have gotten the last 2 installments in, is it Snow Village? Yeah, Snow Village. So I've gotten Snowflakes for sale. And again, I'm getting this from Keepsakes on auto ship. And Snow Village. Okay. And then I don't know. I don't have a whole lot. I'm a fairly recent stitcher and new to the LNS thing and the auto ship thing. I only have one other experience with auto ships, and to be honest, it wasn't a very good experience. But with Keepsakes, I'm going to have to say I'm going to consider them my LNS. They have been the best to me. They are amazing. And I know they're in Ohio and I am in Arizona, but they are freaking amazing. And so I get the linen with them. And if you look up here, they put which project it goes with. So even if I pick this up in like 10 months, or I throw them all in a box because that's currently what I'm doing, I will know which piece goes with what project. It tells me the count. It tells me, the size cut, everything. And it doesn't just say Snow Village. It tells me which specific one on here. So kudos to Keepsakes. I absolutely love you guys. If anybody's out there looking for an LNS that ships because you don't have one close to you, I would highly, highly, highly recommend Keepsakes. They are amazing and they're so good at customer service. So there's that. I got those in. I got this in my Biscornu swap. Look, I did pull it. So she gave me, I think this is a linen. It doesn't have any markings on it, but I think it is a linen. And then these are Matson Rainbow Tan beads from a Stitchy box that she sent me. So I got those. Okay. And then I didn't ask if I could say her name, so I'm not going to. But there was a person who was stitching Snow Queen, and she texted me, or she got a hold of me and said, hey, there's an error on the thing, and they call for too much of the water lilies, and I bought them all, and I'm never going to use them. Can I send them to you? And I said, that would be fantastic. I would love that. And so I got them in the mail. So, I'm just going to have to start Snow Queen. Even if I've got 10, what would we count? 12 whips, 15 whips. I'm just going to have to start her. Yep, she's going to have to be started. 2020 is the year of Snow Queen, man. Year of Snow Queen. So I've got those ready for Snow Queen. I forgot one more really cool thing. I've got it in my Bionic Gear bag, which, by the way, guys, so I've been using this for a while now. It is now my favorite stitchy thing. It is my favorite stitchy tool because I've got all my pins and stuff. This sits on my recliner. It's just, I love it. If you guys can sew or whatever, I highly suggest making yourself one of these. They're amazing. So she sent me a wand. That's a pin. Amazing. So that was pretty cool. Okay, so that's kind of the problem when you go so long with these videos. You don't remember, oh, my thing's flashing at me. Why? Oh, because it says I only have 20 minutes of recording time. So we're going to wrap this up. I promised y'all book talk, so give me a brief second and I will go delete something. See you in a minute. Okay, hey guys, we're back. Okay, so I'm not going to go over a whole lot of what I've read recently. Quite a few of the stuff I've started I haven't finished. and I don't know that I'm going to. So I've been having a hard time finding a book series that I want to get into. So I will talk about the 2 that I finished recently. Fairest of All. This is the book series that School of Magical Stitches will be doing next year. I do not think I'm going to be doing School of Magical Stitches next year, just purely because I don't want to. Is that an acceptable answer? I'm just burnt out. I just don't want to. I want to stitch a 101. I don't want to be told. I don't want to worry about it. It was fun while I was doing it, but I don't want to do it next year. So anyways, back to this book. It wasn't a bad read. It wasn't a phenomenal read. It was kind of a, not a thumbs up, but not a thumbs down, kind of in the machine. A lot of people are raving about this book. I found it interesting. I did have to push myself to finish it. I found it not as exciting, if that makes sense. Like, okay, let's get this story going. So the book is, well, it says it is for anybody who's wanting to read this series. Now, I do think I want to read the next one because it's the Beauty and the Beast one, or Beast, I guess, and that's my favorite story. And that may also be my problem. Snow White's not one of my favorite stories. But it says it's 250 pages. So if you notice, the book is Scooty, okay? Normal size book, this book. Then the words are really big, okay? Really big comparatively, and they have these really big margins. So it's not a long book. It doesn't take much to get through. So if you want to read it and you're curious, by all means grab it. It's a really short read. It is interesting. It did have a unique spin on it. It just wasn't as action-packed as I generally like my books. I like things to happen and go, go, go. But the interesting part is there is, from what I understand, I have read, or I've watched some reviews on this series, because there's a bunch of these. I believe they're, what do they call them? Okay, it's Valentino is the author. She's got a bunch of them. Like I said, the next one is Beast. And they're, how the person became that way. And apparently there is an underlying, there's a person in this book that is not in like all the other movies. It's Valentino's creation that I guess is part of all of them. And then they have their own book. So I'm curious to see what that has, like what that's about. But if you like intrigue and like character development, I guess that would be a good thing. Character development, which I'm not against. I'm totally not against character development. These are good. This would be a good book for you. I think I just had, oh, kid, hang on. What, Hattie? Okay. Hey, I will fix your hair in a minute. Go in the den, please. Okay. Hadassah, please go. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
You're okay, babe. Thank you. My problem, I think, with them is I am not a huge, like, if you're going to retell me a story, I want it to be phenomenal. Like, I get bored real easy. So you really have to kind of wow me. And this one, I was intrigued enough to keep going. So let me put it that way. I wanted to know what was going to happen enough to finish it. So, but I don't know that I was blown away. It wasn't like a top seller, I guess. So that's the thing. It was an interesting read. It didn't overexcite me. I guess that would be the thing. Okay, now this one I read, The Queen of Nothing. This is the end to the Cruel Prince series. There is the Cruel Prince, the Wicked King. Let me close that door so you don't hear them. And hopefully, oh, you probably did. You probably did. See, my side. Maybe I clipped that out. Hopefully I did. Okay, so you have the Cruel Prince, the Wicked King, and the Queen of Nothing. I know Kansas City Girl and a Colorado World already did a review on this. And I kind of felt the same way she did, except for where she felt like it was the story was needed more time. I felt like where she had a series that was unique because there was such cruelty and the character was nasty. And her sister was nasty, but like Jude is the main character and she was nasty, but she had her redeeming qualities. Um, and she wasn't a very likable person. I mean, like I liked her, but I don't know that I'd be friends with her. Does that make sense? I liked her as a character in the book because she entertained me, but I definitely wouldn't have been friends with this person. Um, but she had that unique, like, what evil thing's gonna happen now? What kind of twisted thing can you do now aspect? And I felt like this book took that typical YA fantasy, you know what's gonna happen next twist to this. Also, I'm wondering, like, the Wicked King, the Cruel Prince and the Wicked King, I audiobooked, and their twist took me by surprise, like super took me by surprise. This one I read because I got this. It's a Barnes and Noble edition, and I got it sent to me, and so I read this one, and I saw everything coming. Like, there was no surprises in this book for me, and I wonder if it was the difference of reading them versus listening to them. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts on that. But I just felt like the nastiness and the air and the vibe of the other books was missing from this. The schemes were missing, the plots were missing, and it was more focused on a general YA book, if that makes sense. It's different. What made it different was missing. Give me a second. Got another kid. What, Tiki? No, you cannot have your ice cream because it's only 10 o'clock. After lunch. At noon. Okay. So that was my problem with it, is like what I liked about the other books is they weren't normal. They wasn't the typical, like, and I am all for the typical girl meets boy in a world she doesn't know, and it's fantasy, and this happens and that happens, and then she's got to save the day, and then everything, all happy ending. I'm all for that. But that's not what I expected from this series, I guess. So that is, and it was worth the read. It's not like it was bad. It just was meh. Definitely worth the read, but meh. You should still read The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King. It's amazing. As long as you're okay with not necessarily liking the main character or any of the characters. Although I do have to say that I like Carden. So, anyways, I think that's all I have. It's not a whole lot due to everything going on. I'm going to be honest with the fact that I have my mom here and everything. I don't know when I will update next, but I will at least try to update once in January, if not twice. And then back in February, we should get back onto a every 2-week schedule. So, oh, we definitely need to go. Did you hear that? So, do I want to go? Anyways, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I'm going to wrap this up. And, oh, real fast before I go deal with kids. Have you all seen The Mandalorian yet? I needs me a baby Yoda. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Where's the cross-stitch patterns for baby Yoda? Because I need them. So, anyways, we'll see y'all next time. Bye. Hey guys, so I have to send out my 2 swap packages tomorrow. So I wanted to go ahead and videotape what I'm sending. So this is for my Biscornu swap. The theme was thankful. And every time I was thinking about it, I kept coming back to the fact that I am thankful for the place in which I live. I do live in the mountains with trees and snow and beautiful. And right now, the leaves are changing. They're actually almost done changing, but while I was stitching this and thinking about what I wanted to do, the leaves were changing. So that's what I tried to capture with this Biscornu. Sorry if you can hear my kids. I can't get them to be quiet, so hopefully they're not too loud. So there's the Biscornu. I did write her a note, but then I also, what else was I thankful for? Well, I'm being very thankful for my hobbies. So I thought I would put her together a finishing package because I am very thankful for the craft room I have and all the stuff that I have to be able to finish things when I want to. So I put in a couple of these wooden spool things. I put in a bunch of these clasps. Jingle bells. I love jingle bells. So I put those in. I put beads in. This is stuff that you could use to finish around the edges. I put in, I'm not even quite sure what this is called, but this stuff, oh, what is it called? Hang on. I can tell you in just a minute. Jute twine. I put in this rickrack because I think it's super fun. I put in a bunch of buttons because I love having my big jar of buttons. And then I put in unicorn buttons, which I thought were amazing. I've got sunflower buttons in here, mermaids, because who doesn't need a good mermaid? If I had been able to locate some pirate buttons, I would have stuck them in there, but I didn't think that fast and couldn't order them in. So, but we got a seahorse and an elephant. And then I did go ahead and add some of the fabric flowers that were left to me by my grandmother in pinks, because I love pink, and then a bunch of little gems that you could add to a piece you were finishing. Oh, and then also where I live, we have a store called Western Drug, and they sell these old-fashioned candies, and these happen to be my favorite. I absolutely love them. I love keeping them in my stitching stuff so I can just suck on them. So I did go ahead and pick her up a bag of these watermelon flavored ones. They have all different kinds of flavored ones. Horseradish, black licorice, root beer, all the cool flavors. There was one, I can't remember what it's called now. It was a weird name. Anyways, sassafras, that's what it is, sassafras flavor. So anyways, I'm putting these into, and so this will go out to her tomorrow. And then I'm a little sad to part with this, but this is going to Cupcake Stitcher. So that is who I got for this swap. And this is what I made for her. So one of her favorite candies are sweet tarts. So I grabbed those. Oh, look, I've got it upside down. Okay, so I showed this on my last video. I just didn't show you the interior, but for a recap, here's the sides. I did paint Hogwarts on this, and it is painted all the way around. My husband and I put these really pretty things on there, and then he put on this beautiful latch. Okay, so inside the box is her favorite quote from Harry Potter. It says, "You sort of start thinking anything's possible if you've got enough nerve." So I've got that in there. And then, so I made her a note, but I also made her a B6 size, so, you know, pretty decent size traveler's notebook. She's a Ravenclaw, so, and she loves Luna, so there's Luna. So she's got this notebook, this one, and then I did make her a bookmark for in here. She could use it for a book if she wanted to, but there's that. This is kind of hard to get in frame. And then I went ahead and decided, you know, if you're using this in your purse or daily or even for stitching or whatever she decides to use it for, it'd be handy to have a pocket folder. So I made her a pocket folder to go in there as well. I just love how this one turned out. I'm super excited for her to receive it, and I hope that she loves it because I do. Okay, and I also got her some Ravenclaw socks because socks are awesome. I love socks. I love having socks, all different kinds of socks, because what fun is plain white socks? They're not fun. So there's those. I found this little jar of buttons, and so I picked it up for her. Okay, and then when you open this up, I don't even, oh, okay, so I made her a It's You I Like scissor fob. It's also the one I did in the tutorial. And then I found this really pretty tape measure, and it's one of this is like one of her colors here, so I thought she needed to have it. So we've got that one. Let's see, I won't bore you with putting that back on, even though I'm dying inside to put it back together. And then, so there's mermaids in Harry Potter, right? And you know, she was going to need a pin for that journal, and I found a mermaid one. What? So that's her pin. Got a mermaid pin. And then she had on her wish list that she wanted this pattern. So I got her the pattern and I did go ahead. I know it's just black and white, but I went ahead and got her the floss. So the only thing she needs is fabric of her choice. Okay, and then the inside of this box, I don't know if it's going to show up real well. Kind of looks dirty, but like all those little white specks is glitter. That is glitter felt that I lined this box in, and I just love it. I love this box to pieces. I am going to have to make myself one because I mean, seriously, I'm in love with this box. So that is everything that I am sending out. I really hope she loves this as much as I loved making it. And I hope you guys enjoyed taking a peek into what I'm sending out in my swaps this time. All right, guys, happy stitching.